Hello again, Beach Boys fans. It's Justin Plank or Pumpkinhead, whatever you may know me by, here online on YouTube, Facebook, or the Smiley Smile board. And I'm coming to you on a nice Thursday evening, May 2nd, and I'm sporadically doing another video over a couple of items that came out in the 80s. Um, First is the 25 Years of Good Vibrations, put out by the Sunkist soda company. My friend Randy uh, actually gave this to me. It's actually a really cool gem to have in your Beach Boys collection. It was put out by Brother Records. It's kind of odd that it's not more celebrated or talked about. I know it's not a whole lot of new stuff, but it's very interesting. And I did want to mention this does come out. This did come out in 1986, and um, I believe the Made in America album also came out then. The greatest hits that had everything from the beginning to right then and there in 1986 with "Get You Back" and "California Dreamin'." Um, so, but this is a little more interesting. Kind of has like an 80s part to it as well. So I actually don't own that album, Made in America. So I'm got to put that on my, uh, I don't know, records to get list. So, but I do have a couple singles from that album. So I thought I'd feature that since it came out in the same year, I believe. And so, starting out, we have the album. And this is what the cover looks like basically. But this is the booklet that comes with it, which is a nice feature. And then here's the back of the album. Of course, number one, Rock and Roll to the Rescue, California Dreamin', Runaway Live with Al Jardine's vocals, California and Girls, and Wouldn't It Be Nice, just to fill out the album, not a new recording, just the 65 and 66 recordings. Kind of odd because weren't those two the songs that were on filled out Still Cruising? Huh. It's kind of shady. Anyway, side two features Good Vibrations, Fun, Fun, Fun. Again, not new tracks. Get You Back, is a year old from the 1985 album. And then they have the medley that came out in 81. So, but nothing new there. So I guess just to have that on record, that's fun. And of course, we have the um, picture from 1985, I believe, was featured on the back of the 1985 album. And here's the label. Uh, awesome to see the Brother logo on there. It seems like that's not on a whole lot of records, I would assume. Or of course, or I should say, it's not on a lot of my records that I have. And moving on, we have the booklet. And if you ever do come across this and want to purchase it, make sure you get the one with a booklet because it's pretty awesome. Nothing new that comes out there, but just kind of a fun read and random collage of pictures, not only from the Beach Boys, but from the 60s, 70s, and a little bit of the 80s. So as you see there, uh, the frame features all the big titles there, and we have random pictures of a Barbie with Mike Love there, or great picture of Brian, randomly Andy Warhol, and then kind of sets, it kind of matches this era with Annette and Frankie. Um, I know they did, the Monkey's Uncle, and, they kind of do that surf beach movie kind of stuff. But just kind of random. Also, of note, JFK's wife and JFK up here on what looks like the beach. And then the rest are filled out with mostly Beach Boys pictures, of course, when they were kids. Glenn Campbell, Brian's senior day when he felt left out. Pretty awesome picture. of not being made for those times. Of course, Brian looks like he was going to prom. Moving on, next page. Just a few different pictures. Of course, this one was on the cover of the second Endless Harmony reissue. And what looks like the Hollywood Bowl picture, I believe, or one of the pictures that was taken there. Yep, from 1963, or so it says there. And really, this whole booklet doesn't just talk about the Beach Boys, but it talks a lot about pop culture from then. So it's kind of an interesting read, but kind of odd that they don't. I don't know. Maybe I had to be there for the nostalgia factor. So anyway, we got more things around the border, talking about that time, counterculture, Vietnam, love-ins, folk rock, Smiley Smile, FM radio, Wild Honey, The Beatles, Maharishi, Friends, Twiggy, LBJ, War Protest, Psychedelic, Rolling Stone, TM, Surfstop, Easy Rider, Holland, Richard Nixon, Deuce Coupe Ballet, Watergate. Wow, Deuce Coupe Ballet's on there? That's on there, really? I mean, how much have we heard about that? Not much. I've read it maybe in one book, and it was like, yep, this happened, and that was it. So, anyway, got some late 60s pictures there. Of course, a love in there, and Brian with that awesome Help Me Rhonda shirt. Got Nixon, got Vietnam. Of course, LBJ, Landing on the Moon. Great Rolling Stone magazine cover. Got Brian there with Endless Summer. Moving on, there's a promo picture from Sunflower, and more about the British invasion, counterculture, and tides of change. This is interesting. My other love, besides the Beach Boys, is Star Wars, and this is like the first Beach Boys Star Wars connection I could ever make. So I know that's pretty geeky, but I was really surprised to see that when it opened. So, of course, here we got more pictures. Dennis and Bruce with somebody. I'm not sure who that is. Someone comment and tell me who that is, because that would be awesome. More of that Brian's back period with Reagan. Of course, you got the what's his name? Who talked about? Who was talking? James Watt. That issue. The I don't know, shooting foot or whatever thing he was given. Great picture of the mad genius at work. I love that. Another picture of the guys with a group of people. I don't know who they are. And we got Carl there and his onesie get-ups, and Al was going to the prom that year. And of course the guys there, and then Brian there. Looks like a Landy era picture, or reminds me of. And more reading about An American Band, and of course this is the era that they became that. And of course that documentary came out maybe a year or so ago. Since then, or maybe it came out in '86, I'm not really sure. And so we've got a picture from Live Aid. I only can tell that because someone's holding up a thing that says Live Aid. And a picture from 73 or 74 with the guys. And great picture of the guys, I think from 84, 85, obviously after Dennis had died. Of course, there's them in Paris. And I believe them in London. And there's Bruce, Pacific Palisades shirt on. Of course, Washington, D.C. And then there's Carl, if you recognize the bass he's playing. I I would say that's from the Late in Hawaii concert that was at 67. Um, it just looks like it from that era, I would assume. The way his haircut is, the untucked shirt. Someone else could correct me on that, that's alright. Randomly, we have youth imitators of the early Beach Boys that shout, and nobody really specific there. And let's see. Of course, we got the guys that shows the lineup. No Blondie and Ricky, of course. And then here is, I believe, there's an order form for another copy of this. And of course, we got Dennis here, 44 to 83. So some good pictures of the guys. And there's the back of it. So there's them then and them now. Of course, that was 25, 26 years ago.